The last Category 5 storm to hit the U.S. was in Florida, Hurricane Andrew in 1992. Florida Governor Rick Scott warned residents today Irma is way more powerful than Andrew. A Foley woman survived that catastrophic storm. News 5's Debbie Williams spoke with her today and joins us now live with her story. Debbie, I know this is something she will never forget.
Absolutely. You know, a Category 5 hurricane will certainly leave an impression on communities and people. That was the case for Terry Cotis. In an old photo album Terry Cotis doesn't look at much anymore, images of Hurricane Andrew.
It was just horrible.
She will never forget.
Everywhere you looked, there was not a place that was recognizable.
In a dark boarded-up house, she weathered the storm in Fort Lauderdale.
You could hear the wind whistling through the house, and from time to time you'd hear something hit the house. You'd hear glass breaking even though you boarded up. You hear transformers blowing. That was one thing I heard a lot of, and I didn't like that sound.
But the sound of the storm didn't compare to her first look at what Andrew had left behind.
For me, when I looked at it, I thought, oh my God, this couldn't have really happened. You see live wires flickering in the street. You look across the street and see your neighbor's half of his house is gone.
2 days later, she was at Ground Zero, Homestead, Florida.
Pictures like this, if you looked to the left, to the right, you could do a 360 and it just was everywhere.
Volunteering with the Red Cross, she worked in the disaster zone for 2 weeks.
Stuff that ended up around the trees, the metal, was just incredible. It's like it was like a piece of art.
Hurricane Irma scares her. Even though the track has shifted, it still scares her.
I'm just saying, if somebody tells you to get out, I would get out.
And Hurricane Andrew was her first experience with any kind of hurricane. There have been many since, including Hurricane Ivan right here on the Gulf Coast, but she says nothing compares to the devastation she saw after Andrew. Live on the Baldwin County Beat in Foley, Debbie Williams, News 5.